So few years ago, I have created this animation in After Effects and it is the most viewed video on my channel. So I thought that I should recreate this animation again. Hey guys, welcome back to HE Motion Designs, and in today's video we are going to create this unique text reveal animation inside of Adobe After Effects without using any third-party plugins, but with the help of simple and cool tips and tricks inside of After Effects. And if you guys want to learn about motion graphics and other stuff in advance, then don't forget to check out my Udemy courses. All links are available in the description, and you can join my Motion Pro membership as well, which is just for 59 rupees. You'll get access to new videos, advanced After Effects tutorials, motion graphic tutorials, etc, etc, and most importantly it will be a support for this channel as well. And if you're new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. So without wasting any much more time, let's get started. So here we are in Adobe After Effects. Let's create a new composition and we are going to call it as May Animation like we always do. Width I'm going to choose 1920, height is 180, frame rate is 30, and duration we are not going to choose much more duration. So I'm going to choose somewhere around 1 minute long. And background color I'm going to choose white color for now because it will be easy for us to recreate this animation. And let's hit OK. Then we'll go to choose grid and guide option and simply hit on title section. Now I'm going to select my text tool, and for the font you can choose any font you want. Currently I'm going to choose Helvetica and I'm going to choose red color for now and type your any text. Now I'm going to type graphics over here because in that video I chose motion. So I'm going to choose graphics, and let's choose press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Go to the Align tab, align it horizontally and then align it vertically. And let's try to reduce the distance between these alphabets. Okay, like that. Now over here, what we can do over here is let's select this G and hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, and let's lock this bottom layer because this gonna act as a reference layer for now. And now let's select this graphic layer and press Ctrl D again. But before that, select this and let's change the color of this text to white, I mean black, and let's remove all of this remaining letters and let's choose this G. Now let's select this G and hit Ctrl D to duplicate it. See, make sure to select your text tool and type over there R. Now select this R, press V for selection tool, and by holding shift try to match with this one. Then hit Ctrl D to this layer, hit Ctrl T, which is a shortcut key for text tool, and type A over there. Then select this A, press V for selection tool and try to match with this A. Okay. So we are going to follow this procedure until we are gonna get our proper word. Like I'm going to call it as P. Hit Control D, move this over here. Hit Control T and type H. Select this and try to adjust it. Again hit Control D. Let's move this over here and let's type I. Select this and you can adjust it with the help of arrow keys as well. Okay. Move it over here like that. Again hit Control D. Move this over here, hit Control T and type C over there and try to adjust the position. You can do that with the help of arrow keys as well. Hit Control D, move this over here with Control T and type S. Okay, so all these alphabets are ready. Now I'm going to delete this bottom layer which has all the alphabets, and I'm going to make this fit, and let's choose your selection tool. Now I'm going to select this alphabet, and now if you see over there the color is red, we will choose this as red only, but we will hit Ctrl D to duplicate it, and let's try to bring all of these layers at the top, and let's change the color of this layers to yellow. Okay, now hit Ctrl E to select all the alphabets and press Ctrl Alt Home on your keyboard, so all the anchor points of each and every alphabet is gonna come at the center. Now we will select all the yellow layer colors and let's lock them. Then select this remaining text and we will go to the character option over here, and we are going to click on this no fill color and go to the stroke color and choose black color. And then we will hide all of these other layers like that. Okay. And stroke width over here, I'm going to choose 2 pixels. Okay, so I think this much is gonna look good. Now I'm going to select this G. I'll go to the animate over here, but currently if you see over here, there is not going to be a trim path animation because this is a text layer, not a shape layer. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to select all of this, right click, create, and as you guys can see, it's not possible to do that. So let's select this, right click, go to the create and choose shape from text layer. Okay, let's see if it's possible for that. No, it's not. So we have to do it individually, and then after doing that, remove this original text layer and delete it. Okay, then select this R, right click, create and shape from text layer and delete this R. Select this, create shape from text layer, delete this A. Select this, create shape from text layer, delete this P. Let's follow this procedure a little bit faster, like that. Let's delete this and let's select this. Okay, so as you guys can see, now we have all of this portions. Now if I select this G, and now if I can go to the add, I'm gonna get that option called trim path. But before that, we need one line that should come from here and it should fill up this G. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to select my pen tool. Let's remove this fill, we don't need that. And for the stroke color, I'm going to choose black color, and stroke width, I'm going to choose 2 pixels. Then zoom in and make sure to create one point over here, and by holding shift create another point over here, and let's deselect it. So we got this line. Now select this line, hit enter, and let's call it as stroke and hit enter. Then select the stroke and press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Go to the add menu and we are going to choose trim path. Go to the trim path and let's make this start value 100 initially. Create one keyframe. Zoom in a little bit. Let's go to around 20 frames and let's make this value 0. Select those keyframe and hit F9. So if you check it out this, we are gonna get something like that. Okay, let's move this to 1.20 frames maybe, and let's see how this animation is gonna look. We will get something like that. Now let's do one thing. Select this, go to the graph editor, select this graph by holding shift. Let's select this and move this handle over here, and let's move this handle over here like that. Okay, so it will come a little bit slow and it will go a little bit faster over there. Okay, like that, and let's minimize it. Okay, now this animation hit U, so we can see the last keyframe over here. Then from this point I'm going to select all of these layers and let's move this over here. Okay, with the help of open square bracket, select this G, go to the add, go to the trim path, and go to the trim path options, and let's make this end value, or let's zoom in and let's increase this start value somewhere around like this over here. Or let's do one thing, we will go and choose this 100 value like that only over here, and let's try to adjust it like that. Okay, so I think let's make this two value 0, and I mean let's make this two value 100 over here, and I want this one should go from the opposite side. So let's see whether we are getting properly or not, like that. Or let's make this 0 over here. Yeah, let's choose 0, and yes. So basically we need to make this two values 0, and we will create one keyframe at start, and then we can increase this value totally like 100, so we'll get this animation. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and let's increase the distance between these keyframes. Select those keyframe and hit F9, so we are gonna get something like that. Then go somewhere around over here, not at the start, but somewhere a little bit forward. And over here, you will get this setting called offset. We need to bring this, at this point when this is gonna touch the stroke. So what will happen? We are gonna get that animation over here. Let's bring this a little bit more backward, like that. So we will get the animation over here. Let's make this -30, maybe. Yeah, so we will get this animation properly. But if you see over here, it's at the start it looks weird. So let's select this and go to the graph editor, select this graph by holding shift, move this handle over here, and move this handle over here. So we will get this animation properly. Now, if you check it out, this animation, and if you see, we are gonna get something like that. Okay, but still it looks weird. So let's select this and go to the graph editor. Select this, and by holding shift, let's move this properly over here. Then let's select this, go to the graph editor, select this, and let's move this properly over here. So we will get something like that. Okay, this looks good to me. So if you check it out, this we are gonna get something like this. Okay, and you can move this keyframe a little bit over here as well, like this. Now I'm going to select this trim part, hit Control C, select all the layers, and hit Control V, then hit U. And we don't need that graph editor for this keyframes. So select those keyframes only, like that, and make sure to hit F9, and let's try to adjust them one by one like this. So the animation is gonna be, randomly, not randomly, but one by one, like that. Okay, like this. Now when this animation is gonna get completed around at this point, I'm going to select this stroke. I'll create one keyframe at the start, and at the end I'm going to make this value 100, like this. Maybe not 100, but I think we need to go inside this, and we need to create one keyframe at end, and at this point let's make this value 0, and select those keyframe and hit F9, like that. So we'll get this completing animation. So if we check it out, this now we got this, and then we got this. Okay, and let's hit U. Now let's bring all of this downwards. Now I'm going to select all of this, and I'm going to lock this layers. Now we will enable our this layers over here, like this, out of which I'm going to select this G, and I want this G animation should start somewhere around from this portion. So select this G, and let's move this over here. Press P for position. Select this, right click, and choose separate dimension over here. Now select this G, press S, and initial scale. I'm going to make this 50. Press P for position, and let's try to bring this over here, and let's bring this over here like that. Okay. Now let's create one keyframe at Y position. Go few frame forward. Again create another keyframe, and at the start press V, and let's try to bring the position of this G over here. Then go over here. Let's create one keyframe at X. Go few frame forward. Let's move this from here to here. Again go few frame forward. Let's move this from here to here. Go few frame forward. Let's move this from here to here. Again go few frame forward. Move this from here to here. Few frame forward. Move this from here to here. Few frame forwards. Move this from here to here, like that. Then go somewhere around at this point. And now we will try to bring this at the original position over here, like that. Okay. Now let's go somewhere around at this point. At this point over here, let's create one keyframe at Y. Similarly, at this point, create one keyframe. One keyframe, basically we are going to create on Y positions of each and every one for now. And in the middle portion over here, I change the Y position over here. Then at this point, let's keep it as it is. Again, in middle position, you can simply select this keyframe and hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Go over at this point, same. In the middle, I'm going to hit Ctrl V again. At this point, let's try to bring this over here. Also, X position, I'm going to bring this over here. At this point over here, I am going to hit Ctrl C, Ctrl V in the Y position keyframe. Then at this point, let's try to bring this over here. Then at this point, with Ctrl V again. Then at this point, let's choose this X position over here. Somewhere around over here, hit Control C, Control V, the first keyframe, like that. I mean Y position keyframes. And at this point, again, I hit Control V, or you can bring this a little bit over here as well. Okay. Now, at this point, I press S for scaling option to create one keyframe. Hit U. go at the 7th second and let's make this value 100 and change the Y position to downwards like this. Okay. So if you check it out this now, we are getting something like that. Now I'm going to go in Y position keyframes and let's hit F9. Go to the graph editor, zoom in, right click and make sure that you are in edit speed graph. Select this graph, hold shift, move this handle at this point from here to here and from here to here like that. So you will get that, proper bouncing animation. Then select this graph by holding shift, move this handle over here and this handle over here, just like my other tutorials, like that. So we need to adjust each and every graph like this only, like this. Again, zoom in a little bit, select this, move this handle over here, this handle over here, this handle over here, select this and move this handle over here, select this, move this over handle over here, this over here and this over here and this over here. Make sure that all this is proper. Then after that, select this, move this handle at this point, this handle at this point, this handle at this point, and this handle at this point. Okay. So if you check it out this, we are gonna get something like that. Okay. Then go over here, press R for rotation to create one keyframe, hit U, then go over here and let's make this 180 degree. Then go over here, let's make this 360 degree. Then go over here, let's make this again 180 degree. Then go over here, again make this 360. So it will become 2. Go over here, let's make this 180. Go over here, let's make this 360. Then go over here and let's make this 2. Okay. So we are gonna get something like that. You can select those keyframe and hit F9 as well, like that. Okay. Now, after that, at this point, when this is coming to this R should get revealed. So with the help of open square bracket, I am going to move this over here, then go over here with the help of open square bracket. Try to move this over here, then go over here with the help of open square bracket. Move this over here, move this over here, like that. And select all of these layers. Let's disable all of this and enable the motion blur. And now if you check it out this in full resolution, I'm gonna get this kind of a animation and I'll hit and over there. Okay.